and then you
So what we're saying is now, stand here today, you're not going to come back tomorrow.
I haven't said that.
Right, so what you said you're waiting for
I'm going to try and find out if that pump can be released.
Right, okay.
From whoever gives me a ring back.
Yeah.
Who's dictating all this?
This will be dictated by the insurance company and probably the solicitors.
So the insurance company and the insurance, the solicitors are dictating what goes on here today, are they?
The insurance company pay us to be here.
Right.
So they get our rules, they set our rules.
But they're charging, like you said yourself, they're charging him double.
I don't know, we don't know.
Right? You only get half of what he's been charged.
Correct.
So that must be fraud surely along the line there, isn't it?
I wouldn't think so. I wouldn't think it was
So
fraud.
how can they charge him twice as much, but the person who's being here, they're only giving half? How's that right? Is that right?
Well, it can't be right, but it's what they do, and as a contractor, we accept that. Because we can't go to the horse's mouth and say, actually, we want that pot. So just like everybody who goes to work, the company earn good, but the employees don't. They earn half. So your hourly rate isn't what you earn.
No, I
Your hourly rate is a
I
lot
earn a
more.
salary.
Yeah.
My job is a stressful job. People shouting all the time down the phone. But whatever, that's understandable.
Oh, I know.
Buy and sell houses. So this situation is really intense. So Joe was asking, look, can I go into the house to get the pump for the washing machine?
We're going over again.
Well, we
Yeah,
are.
but you've been in there too. You said you can't go in
Yeah.
there, but you've been in there 2 days sleeping.
Sleeping?
Well, you've been in there for 2 days, haven't you? You've been in,
Sleeping?
well, what have you been doing in there?
Is that what you think I've been doing, sleeping?
Well, cleaning.
Right,
Is that what you've been in there?
There is a difference between sleeping
All right,
and
you've
cleaning.
been in there cleaning for 2 days, so you can go in there. So
Why don't we have accuracy?
To make a row, you're saying, oh, I can't go in there. But you've been in there for 2 days.
No, I'm
it
not
don't
saying-
make sense, does it?
I didn't say I couldn't go in there.
You said, you know, I can't do it.
You
I
wouldn't let
can't
Joe-
take something from the property. That's
Why
not
can't it's his
going in
property?
there. We're going over the same hole and you're shouting. So why are you shouting?
Oh, come
Why
on.
can't you have a conversation?
All right,
Have I shouted at you?
apologise.
Have I shouted at you?
I
Have
apologise.
shouted at
I
Dave?
apologise for
Have
getting
I
a little
put
bit
up with
airy,
loads of
are you?
shelving?
Yeah,
Yes.
I
Do you
apologise.
think that's fair?
No, it's not.
Every day you go to work, do you get people shouting at you?
Well, what do you expect though? The job you're doing, mate. At the end of the day, the job you're doing is very stressful. You've seen, you've sat there and you've witnessed, right? You witnessed firsthand how they've destroyed this man's goods, right? You've been here. You've even took enough photos of it yourself.
I haven't destroyed his goods.
No, I didn't say. See, listen. I didn't say
You're
you.
shouting, see?
I didn't
Have a conversation.
But you've just used equal volume. You've just used the same volume as he's using right now.
I ain't
Exactly.
got that
Standing back,
voice. I ain't got that voice, though.
No, but you tried.
Yeah.
Always
To be
saying,
heard.
always
But you've witnessed yourself, right? You've witnessed yourself how they have treated Jay's goods. And you even said yourself, right, it's disgusting, right? How the hell they've got away with this is unreal. Why they had to remove the gear from his house in the first place, right? But the thing is, Jay asked you to go in there and get some bits for him so he can get his washing machine and that working. And you're saying, no, I'm not allowed in there. But you've been in there for 2 days.
No, I didn't say I wasn't allowed in there.
But what's stopping you just going up and unscrewing a couple of bits of pipe that belongs to him?
I'm not authorised. Don't you understand that?
No, I don't understand it, to be honest.
We get authorised what we can do and what we can't do. We're told in writing what we can do and what we can't do.
So have you made the phone call to ask if you can go in there?
Yep.
And what have they said?
No reply yet.
Well, why they, what, you haven't been able to get through to them, or they haven't replied to us,
The
they haven't
message has been
spoken
left.
to you?
The message
So
has been left.
is the office closed then for the weekend? That you're,
They tend to close at the weekend, so I
right,
go
so
for
you're trying to phone a
emergency staff.
telephone number where the office is closed?
Say again?
Or you trying to phone a telephone number to speak to people where you know that the office is closed?
Yeah.
So you know the office is closed?
No.
So you know that we can't, you're not going to be able to get the access to go there?
Well, actually,
you know the office is
I did tell
closed?
Joe that.
Right.
Yeah, I told him
okay.
that the office is closed and the bank's closed, or that's
Right.
the company. So we can't get a decision
So, but you
until
told him you're going to phone somebody, so who's the person you're trying to call?
that's the people that I try to ring.
Who are the people who tried to ring?
I'm not allowed to really give that out, am I?
But who are the people who just tried to make a telephone call to?
Yeah, they're the people that I've just tried to ring, but
But
I'm not
who
allowed
are
to,
they?
Yeah, I'm not allowed to give you
Why?
that out.
Why not?
Well, because actually, we're not instructed to give you all this information.
Sorry?
We're not instructed to give you all
Who's
this
not?
information. I'm not.
Well, who are you then? So what company do you belong to? So you're T&S Service.
That's it, yeah.
So who employs you?
In this particular instance, I would have thought it was the asset company.
and the
You're a
asset
fool.
company.
Why don't you know?
Don't know.
Don't know who the
You
asset
work
company is for someone who you
don't
work for.
know. So you get so you go to work for somebody that you don't know.
Yeah. We work for estate agents as
Wow.
well.
Do you?
Yeah. And they do exactly the same.
Do
So I
they?
don't know what
Estate agents
landlord.
do what the same? What
I
do
don't
estate
know
agents do?
what the landlord name.
Sorry, estate agents do exactly the same. What's that?
I don't know what the landlord name is, but I know what the estate agents is.
I know who the estate agents are. BMH Brown.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've got the keys.
No, no, no. I'm just pointing out to you that I work for for agents and
Yes.
owners,
Yes.
but we actually don't deal with the owners. We deal with the estate agents. So
Right. But who are you employed by today to come here to do this?
I don't know. One of the asset companies. That's all I know.
So you don't know who you're working for. So you rock up to come to work today. You don't know who you're working for.
More or less. More or less.
That's a bit of an odd way to do business, isn't it?
Is it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
This is all stemmed from a bit of pipe that belongs to the washing machine.
That belongs to.
That belongs to Jason. That's
A
Can
bit
you
of-
just go in there?
A bit of fitted pipe. Okay.
Yeah, fitted pipe. All you have to do is
Yeah,
go in there,
he owns-
unscrew the pipe,
Okay.
take it out. That's it.
Okay.
We're not asking for access to the house.
No.
We've asked you to go in there. You've been in there for a few days doing whatever you're doing, clearing up.
Yeah.
So why can you not remove the bit of pipe
Good,
that
'cause I'm
belongs
not
to the washing
authorised.
machine?
Why can't you understand that
Well,
authorised?
why are you
bit?
not authorised?
Because I haven't been told to do that.
Why do you need to be
And they
told
must
to
know.
do it?
Yeah, but why? Yeah, why do you
They-
be told to remove a bit of pipe? We've asked you. We've said to you, can you remove a bit of pipe?
Yeah.
He's even shown
Because
the
you
paperwork.
can't authorise me to do
Do you know
something
what? If
on
that
the
was
site.
me, I'd go, do you know what? I see you in a really awful situation. I'll tell you what, I'm going to go in the house and take the pipe out and give it to you. What is the problem?
What would be the problem if
Yeah.
you turn around and say I'm not paying your invoice?
What, to remove a bit of pipe?
Ah, here we go. Comes down to pounds and pence.
Ah, so
There you
you're not,
go.
because you're not being paid to remove the pipe.
What if they no, I don't want money to pay to do that.
So what are you saying then?
But what if they turn around and say, well actually, we're not paying for the invoice now?
What, because you removed a bit of pipe?
Because
Well,
I'm
don't
not,
be so ridiculous.
I'm not moving a pipe. I'm getting a probably about £300 pump
Right,
out of the house
yes.
Which belongs
with
to
no
the-
authorisation
which belongs
and
to
giving
the-
it to you.
But you know
But
that
that's
it's
our
his
thing,
property.
That's our property.
You know what I mean?
But
Yeah.
it doesn't matter whether I know it's your
So they've taken all these property. This is the point, mate. Right? They've taken all these property out there, but they've left bits in there. £300 worth of pump. You just agreed with,
Assume-
but it's his. It belongs to him.
Assume-
So why can't he have it? Because he needs it to put his stuff in.
No, he doesn't need the pump. He doesn't need the pump to put the washing machine into a house. Trust me. I know what I'm talking about. You do not need.
But
that
then it's
pump.
still his property. Do you understand that?
The light switches are his property. The poles are his property. The curtain poles. The curtains are his property.
Right.
So why hasn't he requested all of that?
Why does he want them?
Exactly. Because he doesn't know.
But he doesn't need that
Yeah, but he
pump.
doesn't know what they've removed and what they ain't
Yeah, because
removed
it's not
out of
allowed
the
in
house because
there.
they won't allow him in
Yeah.
there. You've got privileged knowledge to what's in that house.
Yeah.
He hasn't got a clue. You can see where his goods are.
Yeah.
99% of his goods are smashed, ruined,
Yeah.
flooded.
Yeah.
Crap.
And
Well,
also-
basically, most of it's got to go in the bin.
other boxes
Thousands of
are
pounds
missing.
worth of gear.
The other boxes
And you're
that
sitting
we
there with that
can't-
attitude and you wonder why we cop an attitude.
And the other boxes
My
that
attitude-
the other boxes
my
that
attitude
we can't find,
is
maybe in
the
the
same as
house,
it
we're
was when I
taking
first
your
met
word
you
for
guys.
that you've cleared it.
So again,
All the other boxes that we're missing stuff, we're taking your word for the fact that they're not in there. How do we know they're not in there? Because we're not allowed to go in there.
okay.
So there could be other stuff in there, but we don't know what's in there because we're not allowed to go in, but you are,
Yeah.
because you've been in there for a few days cleaning.
Yeah.
So therefore, I'll have to take your word on the fact that there is nothing left in there, if that's what you're saying, but that there's a pump in there, so why can't you go get the pump? It's like a real small thing that's now blown into some huge, great big...
Well, it's put a value to the price, and that's I think unfortunately what you've not done. Put a value to it,
To what?
to the pump. Put a value to that, and not being authorised to take that pump out of the house. Supposing there was, I don't know, a jewellery box in the house, and you told me, go and get that jewellery box,
Yeah,
bring it to me.
yeah,
Okay. I bring that to you.
yeah.
I'm not authorised to take that out of the house. Who's in trouble? Me or you? You, because you requested it.
But there again, look, you look at it from a different point of view.
No,
That's theft, isn't it? That's theft. You know it's his property, right? You know that it should have been removed from the house.
That I can't talk
That's theft
about
then, isn't
that.
it?
I can't.
Because they're basically
How is it his
holding their...
property?
It's his property. He bought that stuff, and they're supposed to return everything that's in that house, right? They're supposed to return to Jason,
Yeah.
right? You're telling us right?
Right.
They haven't done what they said on the tin because the curtains are still in there, curtain rails and everything in there, light shades and all that are all still in there. All his property, right or wrong? Am I missing the point
I
here?
have no idea.
What is it? What do you mean you don't
And
know?
also,
I don't
it's
know
still
who
his
owns that
property because
property,
his
do I?
name's on the deeds. His name's on the deeds. It's still his property. Until that property is sold, it belongs to Jason. Until that property is sold.
Why isn't he living in it then?
Because
Well,
they
you
were
tell
stolen
me-
from him.
You tell me why he's not living in it, because he should be.
Well,
You tell
It was
me
stolen
why
from
he's
him.
not
You
living
know
in it.
why.
Yeah.
I don't know why, do I? I wasn't involved in any of this. All
No,
I am
exactly.
here-
You weren't involved in any of it.
Huh?
You were here to obviously open the door and let us in to get our stuff.
Yeah.
But you know full well there's a pump in there that's missing, that we need it. So all we've said to us, can you go in there, not us,
Yeah.
can you go in there, get the pump? You've been in there for a couple of days, you've seen it, unscrew it, bring it out. Obviously you're not going to, that's in a conversation, whatever, we'll take it up with LSL. Because, you know, yet again, we've had another stressful situation that should have just been nice and easy today to come get the stuff and go.
I think it should have been.
Well, it should have been, yes. So, you know, and it's obviously created a whole big nightmare over a bit of pump, over a pump,
Well,
basically.
A price pump, something that is valued,
Yeah,
that
it's his
has a
property.
value.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter how much it's worth, it's his property, isn't it?
Exactly, that's the point. That's the point. It's our property. It doesn't matter how much the value of it is.
It
And
goes
if
straight
you
round.
take someone's property, that's theft.
I haven't taken it.
Who's taking it then? If you're refusing to give us our property, what is that? Am I stupid?
It's not your
Or is that,
property.
is it, well, Jason, right? Jason's property is in that house that should have been returned to him.
Yes.
Right? Now, if someone is purposely stopping you taking your property,
Yeah.
right, does that turn a man as theft?
Yes.
But
Does
And
it?
withholding
Because you are
your property.
withholding your
Yeah,
property.
yeah.
do you
Exactly.
have access to that property?
I don't have access
No,
to
no,
it.
but
And
does Jane have access?
No, because
So
this is
they're-
why they play the game how they play it.
Right.
Because they won't let him in, right? They
You
threaten
can
him
I
with
just
police
talk
and
now?
everything
Can I
else.
just talk now?
Yeah, you go for it.
Yeah. If it was Joe's property, why hasn't he got access?
All right. Have you-
Exactly. Well, he has. He's got court
No,
order.
Because police, this dodgy bailiff company and all the rest of it concluded, right, to have fake paperwork to remove him from his house. Ed Jason was in honour. He was paying his mortgage. He was paying it, right? But they concluded, right, produced fake paperwork and got him out of the house. They removed him under a warrant for trespassers. Jay was never a trespasser. It was his house. So they used legislation to remove trespassers from people's houses and whatever when they've bulldozed their way in, right? They used that legislation to remove Jay out of it.
So
And they
there's
assaulted
no
him.
arrears at all on the mortgage.
Yes, of course there was arrears.
They
But
repossessed the house.
yeah, but he was in honour. He was still paying. He wasn't not paying nothing.
No.
He had an
He was
agreement
paying.
with the bank.
He had an agreement with them, and they
No, they wouldn't
welched on that
speak to him.
agreement.
But the thing is, when you sign up for a mortgage, it do say, if you do not keep up the payments, you will lose the house. It says that as clear, and it has done for the last 35 years.
Yeah.
It was put through
If
court.
he had
and
an
it was
agreement
actually
with the bank, because he's actually
No.
no,
We
he
can't-
had an agreement with the bank. Yes, because he's not very
I
well as a
can't prove,
vulnerable
I can't prove that. I
person.
can't argue that, can I?
No, you
How
can't,
can I
because-
possibly?
no, you
But
can't argue
was
that, but
he
he
paying
can.
all of the mortgage? Was every payment up to date? The answer is no, because it would not be here.
Yeah. Rubbish.
Well, I know because it doesn't agree with you, but
Yeah.
that is what the facts are.
Well, he had an agreement with the bank, and the bank fucked him over. That's why.
Well, that does sound
and that's
sharp.
what we're going to talk about